In the shadow of Mount Bora, the landscape is stunning. On this crisp fall day, 45 ranchers from across the state showed up as a show of solidarity for fellow ranchers in their meeting with the Forest Service. Ranchers say this open-air meeting is the only way they can make the point that they're good stewards of the land and that they want the government to see the range and problems they face in the day-to-day grazing operations.
Seasons are just getting shorter. I took a willing 50% non-use this year. So I only turned 50% of my numbers out this year.
Ranchers Troy Olson and RJ Hoffman run cattle on the Salmon-Challis Forest in the rugged high country. This year, they were asked to pull cattle off the range a full month early.
You guys voluntarily went home 30 days early?
Yes, after asked to, or told to.
And the reason
was? We didn't push them sending us a letter because we didn't want to have anything on our record. Non-compliance stuff, because we're clean, so we want to keep it that way. So.
But did they give you a reason why they wanted you to go home 30 days early?
A visual, it just looks overgrazed.
Even though you had 3 years of drought?
Yeah.
Did they offer you any sort of
compensation?
Yeah. I mean,
Josh had said something about being able to get something back, but I haven't heard.
The 2 previous years we have had none. We've had no paid money. They hadn't paid back the money that was out there, and I hadn't asked for it, and Troy hadn't either.
If you can get the money for the pipe and the troughs.
Neighboring rancher James Whitaker ranches on the Salmon Forest. He's worried that the Forest Service could soon shut down grazing throughout the Salmon-Challis. In recent years, the Forest Service is placing emphasis on riparian areas and pipelines, requiring expensive studies just to set up water lines to troughs.
Can't we get some money and maintain the current ones? That's the logical thing to do first, is maintain the ones you've got in, because they shouldn't have to go through the NEPA process.
At each stop along the tour, the Forest Service listened intently. Katie Wood says, in many instances, their hands are tied.
I have said it 1,000 times. It's a zero-sum game. I only have so many staff, so much money, etc. And so when I look at all of the projects that people come to me with, whether it's this allotment or the other allotments that I have or other projects that I have going on outside of just range, we can't always do it all.
On this day, ATVs replace horses. But nothing could replace the timeless beauty of the range. Troy Olson says it was a good tour because they addressed a key issue.
It has been a communication problem. It's been the transfer of employees within the agency. We addressed the problem to them, and it seems like shortly thereafter we've got somebody new to deal with. We haven't had the same people to deal with. So every issue has to be readdressed and readdressed and readdressed.
Is this what this is all about? Still? Cattlemen are the path of least resistance?
I believe it is.
The range issues won't go away. Grazing leases are harder to get with more strings and more red tape. But if ranchers can change one thing, it's open lines of communication and fostering understanding. For the Farm Bureau, this is Jake Putnam reporting.